Hey everybody, and Tony here, and welcome to part 2 of my double whammy Easter Sunday review special, where I take a look at Bellowhead, the 10th anniversary concert, aka BEL10WHEAD, which was shown live from the Royal Albert Hall. The members of this band were John Bowden, being the lead vocalist, fiddler, and on the percussions, John Spires on the melodeons and vocals, Benji Kirkpatrick on the mandolin and vocals, Rachel McShane on the fiddle and also on vocals, Paul Sarton on the fiddle, vocals, and the slide whistle, Sam Sweeney on the fiddle and bagpipes, Pete Flood on the percussions, Ed Neuhauser as the sousaphonist of the evening and also the tuba player, Brendan Kelly on the saxophone, Justin Thurger as the trombone player, Andy Malone being the trumpet player of the evening and also on vocals, and Maddie Pryor on vocals. Now, I have never really heard of this band before. Basically, it was quite an obscure name to me, and I was basically looking through events that were showing at the Royal Albert Hall just to see what other exciting events there was. And here it was, BEL10WHEAD, the 10th anniversary concert of Bellowhead. Yeah, I basically thought that this group only specialized in classical music, but boy, I was wrong. They are basically a contemporary English folk band that not only specialize in traditional music, but also a little bit of rock, jazz, blues, classical music, every other thing that comes under the sun. Basically, they are a very eclectic group of musicians, and my goodness, was this evening of music and excitement just so worthwhile watching. Seeing these wonderfully talented individuals band together and just give it their all was just so thrilling. I especially loved the vocalist, John Bowden. He had such a magnificent timbre to his voice. Whether he sings really high or really low, it has that youthful sounding, very fresh sound to his voice. It was just a beautiful instrument, and also a powerful instrument when it has to be, especially in the very lines that go forte all the way through. It's just an instrument that was so worthwhile, and every other member of the band, whether they be on the fiddle, on percussions, on the winds, I basically felt were absolutely great. And Maddie Pryor, who was another vocalist, I thought was just wonderful. Their chemistry, well, basically John's and Maddie's chemistry, was just so effective all throughout. Their duets, their solos, I thought was just so wonderful. And their songs were absolutely fantastic as well. Not to mention very, very energetic, that it makes you just want to stand up and just dance with a big smile on your face. And I definitely enjoyed every single moment of this band. And let's face it, even though I've never really heard of them before, I have to say, after watching their performance tonight at the Royal Albert Hall, I could easily go out of my way and say that Bellowhead is instantly one of my most favorite British bands ever. They are so up there with the likes of the Beatles, Style Council, and Pet Shop Boys. That is just how fantastic these guys are. Not to mention, they are extremely versatile given the material that they're working with. Whether they sing ballads or something very strange or some things that are very folksy, every single piece of music that they do together was just so enthralling. I basically felt like I was in heaven after listening to all of their wonderful music. It is such an eclectic mix of folk music, a little bit of rock, a little bit of jazz, a little bit of Broadway musicals, a little bit of classical music. Everything that you can think of under the sun, they can do it. That is just how versatile everybody was. Everybody gave their all, whether it's John Bowden being the lead vocalist, the people behind the musical instruments, the musicians behind this band. I was basically speechless just after watching this concert. The choreography by the dancers was just absolutely fluid all around. And the lighting, I have to say, was just wow, breathtaking. Not to mention the pyrotechnics. I thought that this was a great introduction to such a prestigious band like Bellowhead. And if you haven't seen Bellowhead yet, well, go ahead and check them out. I think they have clips on YouTube. You can definitely go check them out as well. And if you have Spotify, well, go ahead and search for Bellowhead, and I'm sure that you'll be able to find their greatest hits, and I'm sure that you will not be disappointed. This was just a fantastic evening for such an eclectic mix of music, and when you have such versatile band members, you're bound to succeed very well, and Bellowhead did just that. So I really, really wish them from the bottom of my heart 10 more wonderful years of wonderful music, such strange themes that they had in their music, and just overall fun. It was just fun all around. I felt that there were no shortcomings, there were no false notes that were being hit. Everybody did their best. And it just really shows that 10 years after being one as a group, after their formation as a group, they still have it. And it's just glorious. Well, that's all for now. Be sure to tune in tomorrow for my review of La Traviata, which is going to be shown at the Royal Opera House and starring the magnificent Diana Damrau. Oh boy. This is one production that I am extremely excited to see. Until then, this is Antoni signing off and wishing you all a good night, and I hope you all have a happy Easter.